Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a blush collection slash swatch slash ranking video. I did ask in my, what is that called? Community tab, because I have a community tab now, which is really exciting. I did ask if that would interest anyone and the majority of you said yes, so I'm going to do that. I have tried to film this video 2 different times. I actually filmed a video like this before I moved, and just the lighting wasn't good enough. When I was editing it, you really couldn't see the swatches, so I got rid of it and I never posted it. I did also my highlighters as well. And I filmed this video yesterday, and again, the lighting didn't look very good. So I'm really hoping that the lighting is good today. It's already playing tricks on me. It's cloudy, but then the sun pops out and then, you can't see anything. So it's getting dark and then it's getting light, and I really hope that I can do this video. I don't have like the most amazing blush collection, but I do enjoy watching these videos. I love watching swatch videos and things like that. So I thought it might be interesting to do that along with ranking them. I have some blush and then I also have powders. Yesterday I filmed everything all at once and I just put it all in the order that I liked it. I don't really know if I'm even going to do the same order today, to be honest with you, and it's definitely a different order than I had a few months ago. So every time that you do this, I guess you feel a different way about a blush, and I find it incredibly hard to rank some of these blushes because it's dependent on my mood. If I want a glowy look, if I want a different color that day, I don't know, a different finish. I don't know how you really can rank your blush apart from this formula is bad or this color is bad. But most of the blush that I have, I actually enjoy them. So it's going to be very hard for me to do this, and honestly probably not 100% accurate because, as I say, I think every single day I'm changing my opinion about how I feel about my blush. So with that being said, I am going to go through this as best I can. I also have some honorable mentions because I have some blush in here that I still haven't put on my face. I may have swatched them, but it's kind of impossible for me to rank them if I've never worn them. So those I'm not going to rank, but I will show them at the end. I think there's only a handful of them. But yeah, let's get started before I lose my nerve and I choose not to do this. I'll go first with my cream blushes because I have the least of those, and they're probably a little bit easier to rank for me actually. So just give me a moment, I will get set up. So I just filmed all of my cream blushes and then my camera decided to crash and not save that video file. So I'm gonna do it again. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. You're gonna see me get more and more annoyed every time I film if this is the thing that I have to deal with. I don't know what's going on with my phone, but this is absolutely crazy. My hand is so raw from all the swatches I've just done of all my cream and now I've got to do it all over again, but that's fine. I want to get this video done. I want to get it out there to everyone, for everyone to see. So yeah, I've changed the settings a little bit because I think the issue was I had the wrong settings set up on my phone. For whatever reason, they changed. And the file was absolutely enormous, and I only filmed for like 12 minutes, but my phone couldn't handle it, so it crashed. So now I've gone back to the settings that I had previously, but maybe they're not as good, I'm not so sure. Let me go through this again. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I'm going to do this for the 4th time, but that's fine, I will do it. Okay. Let's start. All right, I'm going to start with this MCO Beauty. This is the cheek and lip tint in Flamingo Pink. This one I got in a glossy box, and I've really wanted to like this. I think it's a lovely color, but I just have an issue blending it out. For one thing, I mean, that kind of blended out to nothing. Actually, that looks really pretty. Normally it blends out and it looks very patchy, but that blended out really nicely and it's not showing up. So I don't know, let me just put on a little bit more because I remember I did this, I don't know, I got this, a few months ago, and I used it up. I mean, yeah, it's getting a little patchy now. Maybe it's hard to show you, but I just don't like it. I don't know what it is about this color. I don't like it on my cheeks. It looks like it should be a color that I enjoy because I have blush that's similar to that. But I remember when I first got it, I didn't enjoy it, and then I tried it in my Shop My Stash not too long ago, and I didn't enjoy it again, and I was seeing the same sort of patchiness. I looked like I had a sunburn. I don't know. So that one I just don't have a good opinion about, so I'm ranking it as the lowest of the low. Oh, by the way, I've got 10 cream blush, but 2 of them are going to be honorable mentions because I have not tried them on my cheeks. I've only swatched them. So I'm only just going to be ranking the 8, and then we'll move on to powders. Okay, so the next one on the list is my Downton Paris blush. This one I really was excited about when I got it in a beauty box. I think it's this beautiful burnt orange color, and I had really high hopes for this because I don't have a blush this color. So it's like your neutral burnt blush, but you can see it just gets really, really diluted and patchy. And I don't know, I've tried it with a brush, I've tried it with my fingers, I've tried it with a sponge, and every time I have done any looks with this, I've always had to wipe it off. It's always looked pretty bad, pretty patchy. It just doesn't blend out evenly. It's just awful. I don't know. It's probably worse than the MCO Beauty, to be honest, but I don't know. I kind of feel like they're down there together, to be really honest with you. I probably would have a better chance using this over this, but this one's a little bit more of a unique color, so I don't know. All right, next up is my e.l.f. Putty Blush. This, I couldn't tell you what shade it is because I can't see the shade, so I don't know, but it is the pink one. So just remember, it's the pink one, and this has a lovely pink tone to it. It's got a beautiful pink color. I just don't have a really high opinion about this because it kind of blends out to nothing. I don't know what's wrong with it. It just blends out to nothing. It does tend to look a little bit patchy. I do like the finish of it, so it doesn't dry down oily or sticky at all. I really like it that it dries down like a powder, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe the other shades are better for me because this one I don't really like the way that it blends out. It just, you kind of lose that color, but then also it gets a little bit patchy. So not enjoyed that at all. I also have this e.l.f. Quad. So this one has 2 blush in here. I actually really enjoy this. I have all of this on my face today, but these 2 I would say are rank probably the same. I'll just swatch them side by side so you can see them. They rank pretty similar because they have sort of the same things going for them, right? So I really like this color. So this color, I used to have a really old cream blush from e.l.f. when I first discovered e.l.f. a few years ago, and it was this color, and this reminds me of that. I think this blends out fine. I think this one blends out nicely too, but I think sometimes you might have an issue with this one where if you don't do it right, it can look like you're bruised or you've been in a fight or something. So I like them, but I'm not sure that they're perfect. So I'm kind of ranking them side by side because I don't like one over the other, to be honest. Yeah, and I have them both on today, so they're probably a little, there's a little bit of patchiness going on, so I'm not the best, but honestly I have some cream blushes that don't give me that patchiness, so I kind of have to judge it with what I see. Next up, I've got this Phase Zero blush. This one I really enjoy. So this is called Arabian Nights, and it is this sort of more burnt neutral orange, and it's nice. It's a good, beautiful blush, and I think it blends out. It doesn't blend out to nothing. It doesn't leave my skin looking patchy, to my knowledge at least. So yeah, I actually really enjoy this one. And I think the tone is a little bit prettier and a little bit more flattering than this tone in here. So I do like that one. And then I've only got 2 left. So the next 2 are kind of the same. I like them both the same, but I will go with, yeah, I'll go with this one. This is the Lip and Cheek Bomb Bomb from Deli Plus. If you watch my Partners in Cream videos, you will recognize this. It used to be so beautiful, but I have smudged off all the beautiful embossment. But This is stunning. It's actually a pink, but you can see that flip of gold. It's so beautiful. It's like a powder to cream, and it is so shimmery, so beautiful on the skin. Oh, it's just divine, and it doesn't look bad if you've got, you know, texture and everything. It really doesn't emphasize texture, in my opinion. It is so stunning. I really like this. This is a drugstore brand. I can't remember how much it was, but my mom purchased it and she told me it was pretty cheap. So she got it in Spain. Yeah, I think it's so stunning. I don't know. I think it's a good find on her part. I really, really love it. And then I guess my favorite, although those two, you know, this one and that last one are probably my favorite cream blushes, is the ColourPop Prenup Super Shock Cheek in Satin. And this is also in my Partners in Cream. This is getting awfully dry. Every time I swatch it, it's getting drier and drier. But this one, I really enjoy this one because it is so easy to use and you can build it up and blend it out, and it's got a beautiful satin. It's not super matte, but it's not super shiny. I don't know, I find it really easy to work with as well. I didn't at first. At first I would use it with my finger and I didn't really enjoy it that way. And then I used it with a sponge. Again, I didn't really enjoy it that way, but then I started using it with a brush and I much prefer it with a brush. So really enjoy that. Yeah, I just think it's a good product. Sorry if the camera changed, I just tried to fix the lighting a little bit. Okay, so these are the honorable mentions in my blush. So I've got this Rimmel London Royal Blush in the shade Majestic Pink. It looks like this. This one was a sort of a recommendation from Make Me Up Messa. She has one, but not in this color. I think she has a coral one. I saw this in Poundland and I was like, oh, let me pick it up. It kind of reminds me of the e.l.f. Putty Blush just by swatching it. So I'm a little bit worried I'm not going to like it. It also looks just like the same tone as well. So this one I haven't used on my face yet, so we will see. And then I've got also this one from Kiss and Smink, and this is in the shade Tulum. This is beautiful. I think I've only swatched this. It kind of looks a mess. I've swatched it a lot. I still haven't used it. It looks like it's going to be one that I am going to really enjoy. I just think it's got a really beautiful shimmery tone and texture and color, and ooh, I'm really excited about this one. It's more of like a blush highlighter, but that's exciting to me. So yeah, I think I'm waiting for a time where it's going to look okay on me and not look terrible. So those are all of my cream blushes. Let's get on to powder. All right, I'll get started. I find this very hard to judge though, because I've done it differently than I did it yesterday. And so that already tells me that I'm just a lunatic and I change my mind. However, let's get started because yeah, I need to be done with this. My hand is all shiny. Hopefully they come on fine. Let's start with this one. So this has got a highlighter and sort of a bronzer and a blush all in one. It's like this ombre thing. This is from Primark. This is I wonder if they have, it's just a blusher powder. Doesn't really have, it's called By Invitation Only Multidimensional Ombre Blusher. Yes. So if I just like kind of go in the middle here, to be honest, I've enjoyed this the few times that I have worn it. It's a really light flush of color. You can kind of see it here. It's nice, and if you just focus more over here or more over there, obviously it gets lighter or darker. But the quality is pretty bad. It's pretty powdery, so that's why I'm ranking it right at the tippy bottom, but it's not bad. Like I think I like all of these blushes, to be honest. So just to kind of like throw it out there. Next up might kind of shock some people. So I'm actually going to put my Ofra blush in. This is the Snuggler Blush and Highlighter Duo Compact. I've got a highlighter here, which is lovely, and then this blush. I don't really have a good opinion about this blush. I don't really know why. I just find it a bit blah. It's right here. It is a beautiful coral, but it is a matte. And I think that's probably what it is. Although I have some other matte blushes that I'm ranking pretty high. I don't know, I just don't really find it all that interesting. So yeah, that one I'm not all that crazy about, so I'm ranking it lower. Oh, by the way, I've got 18 powder blushes and then 2 honorable mentions. So I've got 20 blushes. That's crazy. I've got 10 cream and then 20 powder. Ooh. All right. Moving on, because otherwise this video is going to go on forever. I've got my Revlon Mauvelous number 3. This one I'm ranking really low because it's patchy. I really like the color. I want to really like it. It's got like the same color as that e.l.f. cream one, but it just blends out patchy. In particular, definitely on one of my cheeks, which I guess I have more texture on one of my cheeks than the other one. But I don't really like it. I'm very upset about it. I have a tiny little dip. I don't know if you can really see. It's okay. It's not broken. I mean, it's broken, but it's not broken, if you know what I mean. Oh my gosh. Oh, and it just snaps back on. I didn't even realize that. Okay, yeah, all right, moving on. I'm gonna put this May one here as well. This is a duo. I got this in a little box. I really like the highlighter, but I'm not a huge fan of the color of this blush. Again, it's this coral, which normally I guess I would like, but I think I don't like it as much as I should like it. It's because it's not a satin, it's not shimmery, it's a pure like matte. And yes, I have some other mattes that are ranking a little bit higher, but I don't know, I just don't really like it. So I'm gonna take that one right after the Revlon. And then I think I'll go with this Essence blush lighter. So this one I'm ranking low because I think it's very lightweight and there's hardly any pigmentation to it. There's just not too much going on. It's right here. I've like tried to do as much as I can. It's a pretty pink sort of mauvey color, but there's not a lot going on and you can't really build it up past that. So it's a nice blush, you know, slash highlighter, but not, you know, and normally I kind of like ones where, you know, they're not super pigmented, so you can't really go wrong, but you can't really build it up as well. So unless you're happy with that, then it's fine. But if you want to actually have a little bit of pigmentation with the blush, it's not the best one to have. I'm going to rank this next one low, even though it kind of shocks me and upsets me. This is from Lancome, and when I swatch this out, it's so beautiful, but I have it in my Shop My Stash right now, and I don't really like the way it looks on my cheeks. So this is the Blushing Treasure, and it's one of these that has a little flip to it. So it's got pink with a that gold reflex to it. It's really beautiful when you swatch it. You would expect it to be really beautiful on the cheeks as well, but I think it's just, I don't know what it is about it. It doesn't look great on my cheeks in terms of texture wise. It's very, very similar to that cream one that I have. Just when you swatch it, it's got that pink with the gold in it. So I thought I was going to rank it super high, but I haven't really been enjoying it recently, so that's why I'm ranking it so low, which is kind of a shame. Next up, I've got a ColourPop blush. This one is in the shade Night Bloom, and I'm ranking this low because it is just a shade that I don't really want to wear all the time. It's just one of those that it's a really nice, fun, pinky, almost lilac-y shade, but I don't want to wear that all the time. So I think it's just the wearability of it is not ideal. However, it does look pretty on the cheeks. It is a matte. I'm not ranking it low because it's a matte, because I kind of like that it's a matte. I wouldn't really want a shimmer to this. I think it looks very beautiful. It's just not your everyday blush. So I think I need to rank it lower. All right, next up, I've got my Milani blush. This is in the shade Petal Primavera. This one I was a little disappointed in. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful blush. Oh my gosh, the lighting again. I think it's beautiful, but it's not pigmented enough. I don't really get enough from here. It's just, I'll try to build it up. Obviously the lighting is not really going to help me in this matter, but it's like blends to nothing. There's nothing there. And you can't really build it up. So maybe I just got the wrong shade. I know people love the Milani baked blushes, and maybe this one is just not it. Maybe it's just not a super pigmented one. And yeah, it's a shame. I'm just ranking it low because of that. Next up, I'm going to go with my Circa blush. This one, if you're familiar with my project pans, you would have seen this. I'm ranking this kind of like middle of the road because the formula is pretty terrible, but I still have always enjoyed using this. I think it's a kind of a unique shade to my collection, and it's just fun, and I've been able to work on it obviously quite a lot because I hit pan. And I like it, but I don't love it and I don't hate it. So I guess it has to be in the middle, right? Yeah, the shade is more unique than some of these other ones, so I kind of need to rank it a little bit higher than that. All right, moving on, I'll go with my e.l.f. blush. This is the duo, this is the Cantaloupe blush. So I didn't actually have a high opinion about this until recently. I did this in my Shop My Stash recently and I really liked it. I've had the product for a while now, but I really kind of fell in love with it. It's just a unique shade. I don't know. I'm really into neutrals right now, and I was doing like neutral looks with this and I thought, oh, that looks really, really stunning. I've always liked the highlighter, but I've never known if I liked the blush, but now I like the blush. So I am ranking it higher. And yeah, it's a unique shade to my collection. So really, really enjoy having it. Next up, I've got a Lotty London here. This one I got in a glossy box. This is in the shade Haze. It's got a slight ombre effect. This one swatches really beautiful. It looks nice on the cheeks too. And yeah, I think this is an easy one to work with. It's very pigmented and it's just nice. It doesn't emphasize texture. It's very similar to the Lancome one, although it's a little bit less shiny, but it has that same color to it. But it doesn't have the shimmer shine to it that the Lancome does, which I guess looks bad on my skin. So yeah, this one's ranking pretty high just because I like the color of it. Next up, I've got this Fresh and Peachy from ColourPop. This one I've been really enjoying. It's in my current Shop My Stash. It is a beautiful matte coral. And yeah, I really like this one. I think it's really nice. Ooh, that's a bad swatch. Hold on. It's really nice, but then it looks bad. I don't know, actually, you can't even see it. I'm not swatching this one very well. Yeah, it's not super pigmented, I guess, but I can build it up. I don't know if you can really see all that patchiness there. I like it. It's a nice color. It's more of a subtle orange, but you can build it up. So I have actually been enjoying it, so I'm ranking it higher. And then I've got this Kiko Milano Tuscan Iris blush. This one used to have beautiful embossing, but I've kind of destroyed it. But this is beautiful. I've never had a blush like this, and I don't think this is going to swatch because it is so neutral. It's so neutral, it's really hard to see. It's hard to see, but you can build it up, and I don't know, I just think it looks really nice. I wish you could really see it. It just looks nice on my skin tone. It kind of looks like I'm not wearing blush, but my skin looks really good. And I don't know, I kind of like that. It only works when you want to do like neutral looks and, you know, nothing obviously spectacular or pinky. I think it works really with neutral looks. But yeah, I like it. It doesn't swatch well. We'll move on. Next up, I've got my NYX Sweet Cheeks. This is in the shade Daydream. I wish that I had more of these because I think these swatch really nicely. I've only had it on my face a couple of times, but I just think it's absolutely beautiful. The light has gone really bright, so you might not be able to see it too much. It does look like it emphasizes texture, but I don't really remember that being an issue when I wore it on my cheeks. But it might be, I'm not sure. But it is really beautiful. And this was another one that made me at Missa mentioned. She's got that sort of mustardy shade, but this color is like perfect for me and like my preferences, so I really like that. And then the next one I've got is this Kiko Milano Shadow of the Earth. So this one looks like this. This is a matte, but I really enjoy this. This is another sort of neutral, you know, orangey shade, peachy shade, and I just like it. I think it looks really good. It smells amazing. Most of their products will smell amazing. Yeah, I like this blush a lot, and it's just a little bit more unique. I think I'm kind of moving away from the very, very pink blush. Although having said that, my top three, yeah, Actually, forget I just said that. So coming in at number 3 is not pink. It's not pink. This is the Phase Zero in Making Moves. So I picked this one up before I got the cream one, and they're basically the same color. And I'm ranking them both high because I just love them. I like this one more because it's just got that beautiful shimmer and shine to it. I just think it's really beautiful. And I think coral blushes suit me. So yeah, I really, really like this. Never had an issue with it. I've always enjoyed using that one. And then I've got 2 more. So the next one is kind of a crazy one for me to rank so high, considering it's not luxury or anything like that, but this is my L'Oreal Le Blush, and it's in the shade Sandalwood Pink, and it is currently in my project pan. It is very old, the formula is gone, but if the formula was amazing, it would still be amazing. I just think this color on my skin is beautiful, and I don't even know if you can really see it, but it just looks good on my skin. That's all I'm gonna say. It looks good. Yes, it's a powdery mess right now because it's a very old product, but it looks good. You can't see it swatched, I'm afraid. I think I've just swatched too much today. My hand is all patchy, but I really like that blush. So yeah. And then my all-time favorite, which this could probably change as time goes on, is my new Glowish blush. This is in Caring Coral. I really want to pick up another 2 of them, but they're so beautiful. They're so small and tiny, but I really love it. I just think it's a beautiful, beautiful pink. And I mean, to me, this is pink, but yes, it's got coral to it. I just think it's so beautiful. And again, it looks really nice on my face, and you can blend it out, you can build it up. Yeah, it's beautiful. And it's a little bit, I mean, it's not like pure matte, although I guess it is a matte, but it's got a little bit of satin to it, I feel. I really like it. All right, forgot to film my honorable mention from the Lilac collection. It looks like this and like that. So I've only swatched this one, so don't know what it looks like on my cheeks. So I haven't ranked that one. And then I have this other one that is from Neutrogena. This is the Healthy Skin Blend. So I've only swatched this one as well. So yeah. Actually, let me swatch them because that's what I'm doing right now. I've just had a little bit of lunch, so I'm kind of like all over the place. Anyway, this is what this one looks like. So this one might be a nice, just like a sheer one. And then this Petal Pusher kind of reminds me of the other Colourpop one that I have. It's got like this beautiful lilac tone to it, but probably not your everyday, but it definitely is similar to the other one that I have, which is the Night Bloom. Actually, let me just swatch them side by side because they look very, very similar. So Night Bloom is here, and then you've got like Petal Pusher here. So to be honest, they look pretty identical. So yeah, those are all of my blush. I've ranked all my blush. Hopefully this video works and I don't have to refilm it again. But yeah, let me know what your favorite blush is, if you enjoyed the video, if you want me to do the same sort of video for highlighters as well, or like anything else in my collection, I'm quite happy to do that. Yeah, I'll try to film a little bit more videos as well. But thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to, and I will see you next time. Bye.